All right, so we're back for February the 2nd, and um, last time we were here it was January 27th. So since then, Bitcoin's only gone up. On the 31st, we had a bit of some volatility. But other than that, I mean, pretty textbook. I mean, in the sense that it just wants to get back to this 20 day. I mean, it's the same thing on when it's bearish, right? We go away from the 20 day, we come back. We go away, we come back. We go away, we come back. When it breaks that trend, that's when something different, right? We have to, right? Is it bearish? Is it bullish, right? I mean, even on the bullish side, right? You move away from the 20, this is the yellow, right? This is our 20-day moving average. You move away from the 20-day and it pulls back in. I mean, the same could be said for the 50-day. Maybe the 50 days more accurate. And maybe for the point I'm trying to make, right? We draw away from the 50, we come back to it. We draw away from the 50, we come back to it. Right? We never really get too far away from the moving average, right? Um, so on the bullish side, right, we go above it, back to it, above it, back to it. And then when we go bearish, we go below it, back to it, below it, back to it, right? And as of recent, since our November drawdown, right? It's away from the 20, back to it, away from the 20, back to it. Um, and I would uh, not much on the 50. It's been the 20 because we've come down pretty fast. So yeah, let's see, right? We drew this trend line. I see, and now I've seen this trend line in a lot of places, all over Twitter. A lot of people with that same idea, same trend line drawn here. Okay, and this is acting as pretty decent resistance for the last 4 months. So now here we are, you know, here we are in this range since this drawdown. Our lowest was 32,008, and we had a high of so far, which was yesterday. We had a high of almost 39.2. So trading in this range for sure until something changes. 32.9, 39.27. So, but we got the 50 here and we got the trend line. So let's wait and see. Sorry, I should have cleaned that up. Let's wait and see. I think something's gonna come, right? I mean, it's gonna want to break out of this, or it's gonna get one of those big fat red ones down here. Who knows? Um, but we talked about this before. In the long term, I'm not scared to buy in this box. I mean, I'd love to buy down here, but we'll see what it shows us. We don't know. And on the weekly, we got two green candles. Same trend line's pretty strong on the weekly, right? These moving averages are tilting towards this way, right? Um, the week is not closed, so though we have a pink bar on the histogram for the MACD, still gotta wait until Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. More than 4 days, so week's not even close to being over. We could drop into the four. Let me see, mostly the same stuff. Yeah, a little more pronounced. You know, we got a decent wedge here, right? Here's our top. I mean that it's respecting this box that I drew, and I drew this box back on the 27th right here. So Yeah, it's respecting that. And I moved this up the other day when we went up a little bit. I moved it to here. But it respected that trend line, you know, the big trend line. So we got a bit of a wedge here. Um, I mean, my where we're at, where we're at is definitely crucial. I mean, um, right, a wedge that breaks down like this, right? This is sort of a bear flag, right? I mean, tends to push back up and then it wants to dump again. So I certainly wouldn't be buying or selling here, but I mean, I understand that that's what needs to happen to for price to move. So we'll see. Another thing we talked about last time was the S&P. So the S&P on the daily. So this was Monday. Sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, and we talked about how it would be bad if this closed below this, and we've had 2 days above it. So right now it's looking good. The MACD looks beautiful right there. We should get a green blip here. Got a MACD crossover. That's bullish. This is bullish. RSI looks good, like it wants to pull up. We bounced off these lows here. So, but we do have a lower low. And if we get, right, so our RSI, we have a high, we have a low, we have a higher high than back here, right? Now here we had a higher low, but then we had a lower low. But we had a higher high, excuse me, a high, a lower high, and I suppose we need to break this, right? So let's see what Wednesday brings. Where market opens in 2 hours. It's 9:30 my time PM, and the market opens at 11:30. That is Korean time. So yeah, I mean in terms of moving averages, we had a crossover. The 20 moved over the 99, which hasn't happened. This hasn't happened. The 20 going over the 99 since March 16th, 2020. So that's as we know, excuse me, March 6th, 2020. But this is the COVID dippity dip. So this is the first time we've seen this sort of sell off, right? So let's see. Maybe we could be in for a bit of a wedge here. I mean, let's be honest, it looks good. We did have some pickup here. We had some pickup here, and that's a positive sign. So let's move on. What else we got? We got the DXY. We talked about the DXY a lot. We talked about how, if I could find the DX, there it is. On the 27th, 26th, 27th, we talked about before this had ended, right? Because I posted before the day closed, and we had a massive day on the DXY. So let's get this RSI out of here. So, so. Could be retesting the range, but this getting knocked down here was good. I mean, and this is what I'm talking about, the similarities between the dollar, which is the DXY, right, and the SPX. Because look at this. You have 1, 2, 3 days. Or, excuse me. Yeah, because it's Friday. And this would be Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday, Monday, Friday. So we went into Friday not knowing where we were going to go, right? That's a decent candle to say that we would have had a turnaround. Um, but it just goes to show how right now how they're just look at that. I mean, look at that 1, 2, 3. It goes up. S&P goes up. Dollar goes down. Right. So right now these are extremely correlated. And the same goes for Bitcoin. I mean, DXY is down 3, or three candles, and we gotta clean this up to get that. And you know what? Jump to the 3 day on here. I think it shows a better because we're open on the weekend, right? So this time would have been it's closed in the market, but it kept moving. So I don't know. Where were we at on the DXY that we broke down? So we were on the 28th, 31st, first. Okay, so I was wrong about the days there. So we'll get a new candle today, though. No, this is right. Monday, sorry, Tuesday, Monday, Friday. So, where were we at on Bitcoin on those days? We were down, oh yeah, 27th. I mean, the daily did go down. On the 27th, we did come all the way down to 35. But 28th, Friday, end of the weekend, right? Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So, I mean, yeah, the DXY is down, and Bitcoin was able to take some more ground up into the average, or into the to the trend line. But anyways, I think what we've covered in the last week and a half is they're correlated at the moment. And until they're not, we have to play it like that. So if we see a big dump off in the DXY, I expect can't go too far in one day. If we see a big sell off in the DXY, we can expect Bitcoins to break through here, right? Bitcoin will break through there, possibly. So there we have it. Update on gold just because I like the chart. I don't trade gold, but I like the chart. And we talked about this on the 27th. We saw on the 26th, we got a rejection on our upper trend line. We got a rejection here, and we jumped hard off of it. I mean, as much as gold moves, it doesn't move that fast. But let's see. I think the weekly looks good too. It's winding down. Mm, So we got decent volume. Let's bring it to the daily. Let's get a better picture here. So yeah, okay. So this volume only shows what candles you show on the chart. So if I move the chart over, it's gonna bring more volume. But it can show you at what levels we got big volume. So as we would expect, we got big volume here. So potentially traders are respecting this. Then when we stretch it back, we see, oh, no, let's not take my word for that. There's a lot of volume in here, obviously, because that's where most of the price action is. But when we pull it back in here, That's still a lot of volume up here for there only being that much to see, right? So yeah, we'll see. Let's bring it in here. Yeah. So we got a big rejection up there based on this volume. And yeah, let's see. Overall, I think um, there's a lot of bullish news this week. The Russians saying that they have Bitcoin, etc. 200 billion, or maybe not Bitcoin altogether, but has crypto. So let's see. We'll find out.